Hello to everyone of the sign of Taurus. This is Zaida Velgara here to give you your message for February 2026. I hope you enjoy. Thank you for everybody that's been here with me for a while and likes to see these messages. I greatly appreciate each and every single one of you. You guys have been a great blessing for me. For all you guys that are new to this channel, keep in mind that I love astrology and I believe astrology has a huge influence in our lives. So I start off with four astrological events of the month and how it will specifically affect you so that you're mindful of it. And then I go on by doing some tarot. I hope you enjoy the message. So starting off, we're going to be talking about the first major event, that is Saturn entering Aries on February 13th. It will be active for 2 years. So we will have it Saturn in Aries all the way till April 12th of 2028. Why is this important? Discipline meets action. So this is like the great protagonist, the great procrastinator. Finally, I heard poniéndose las pilas, which is putting on your batteries and starting to move. So I'm liking this energy. Okay, Taurus. Let's see how this is going to influence you. Especially you being Tauran, right? You take a fairly long time to start moving, but once you move, nobody's going to stop you because it's like the little train that could, right? Hold on, they said the top one. Woo, I like this. This is Parvati and it's spirit. This feels like a change in you, like an awakening in you, especially your desires. I feel like there's like a flame being put in your butt right now where you really, really, really want something. And so you're going to start moving towards it. I'm going to look up more about this one card. Okay. I mean, I'm always surprised when these messages are something that I channel. In the bottom here, it says, you've got the power to find the fight within yourself right now and to keep rising. Tell me you if that's not exactly what I said. It was like kind of like a flame being turned on inside of you, and you're like, I think I can, I think I can, I think I can, until you get over that hill, right? That's what's happening. And you're going to be getting over that hill and over that hill and over that hill for the next like 2 years. This is something you really desire that is provoking this. And I'm saying that because behind her, this is huge green mat, and then her clothes is pink, which both of them feels like you really desire it, and it awakens the inner childlike love inside of you. And love doesn't necessarily need to be another person. It can be a passion, like your calling, right? And when you start introducing yourself to this, it's like, holy crap, I got this. I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. And you're just going to keep pushing it. That's what this feels like. And it starts the 13th of February. I also heard time is relative and not everybody's in the same wavelength, and keep that in mind. Okay. So this is definitely a message for those that don't let themselves be taken away by currents. Okay. Next one. The 17th of February, there is a solar eclipse in the sign of Aquarius. Important to note, I'm in central United States. We're not going to see it. It's on the other side of the world. But though it's on the other side of the world, it does not stop the pull magnetically that those two really strong galactic bodies have on Earth. And them getting together, both of them pull the aura of planet Earth, the magnetic energy of planet Earth, so it will influence us. Not only that, but this day, oh, I just heard you're going to get really tired. This day, the new moon is also in Aquarius. So during the day, the sun and the moon, they kind of link up together and they're like, yeah. And then at nighttime, the moon is going to be standing solo because the sun is being blocked by the other side of the planet. So here we go. a phase that's changing in your life, but it's a reset for you. For you specifically, this feels like the reset, and you're going to feel tired. I just heard that straight up when I was talking about this. And your head's going to hurt. I don't know why they said that, but okay. Shut up. I told you. Look at the fire being turned on. Honestly, because it does feel like a reset, and I'm seeing passion here and I'm seeing fire, I feel like the reason you might get a headache, and the reason why you might feel tired, is because the energy is different. Like, you've never had this amount of drive, this amount of vision, this, and I think you might push it really strong, and you're going to feel tired because of it. And I think you're going to feel it around the time of this eclipse. Rest is what I can tell you, because I don't think this fire is going to ever turn off for you, because I'm seeing 2 years of it, right? But once the eclipse happens, once the new moon happens, it feels like whoosh, flame on again, and another surge of energy. All right. So next thing I'm going to be looking into is Saturn conjunct Neptune on February 20th. Saturn and Neptune are both in Aries in 0 degrees, and this is like the great reset. So see, this is supposed to be the great reset, the 20th, but I'm feeling the effects of this reset for you, Taurus, on the 17th. So you're going to have it a little earlier than other people. This is a shift of mindset, a shift of you no longer being in the same norms and the same beliefs, blah, 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 like challenging the status quo. And the last time it happened was approximately, depending on the different people that are talking about, in Aries. Important to say that last time it happened in Aries was like 2,000 to 5,000 years ago. It happened in 1989 in Sagittarius. So it's a big deal. Did you see that? It kept like turning them over and putting them back. That was crazy. Anyways, this is number 19, and it says accountability. Responsibility is a gift of love to yourself and others. I just heard shifting the blame. That's what I heard. I'm not sure what they mean by shifting the blame. But it feels like shifting the blame. And the thing about accountability is, once we take accountability for what is ours, we take it off another person and we actively move forward on it. But once we hold others accountable for what is theirs, it lightens our load and makes them have to make a decision of either changing or staying the same. Actually, this card of accountability was the theme for 2025, responsibility and accountability. So this is interesting that it's coming back for you, Taurus, on February. It might be that last year where you took on what's yours and then released what was not yours. You know, you kind of did this thing all of last year because that's the year of death. All of a sudden, those individuals come back, but in a different manner because they're willing to pull their weight. I don't know if this is good. I don't want to like pull more shit on it, but I have to because I'm curious now. Is this a good thing for you? Page of Cups. And I like this one because it's the after tarot, and it's like the fish falls out of the cup. How about if I call it bittersweet? Yeah, temperance. Yeah, this feels bittersweet because it's like things are balancing out in your life. They're going to start balancing out on this February, but that accountability and responsibility means some people are going to leave your life because they're going to finally see shit like they were right. Because you're too balanced and they can't push you out of balance. They can't convince you to take on burdens that are not yours to take on. So that's interesting. This feels like really healthy boundaries, actually, Taurus. So, just a side note. Then the last thing I want to look into is there's a Mercury retrograde starts on February 26th. It might start on the 12th for you guys. You might already be feeling the effects on this on the 12th because I said 12th. But February 26th all the way till March 20th. So somebody must be experiencing the shadow aspect of this Mercury retrograde back in the day on the 12th. And then you'll actually have the actual thing on the 26th. Um, I don't know why they told me Civil War when when I got that. And Civil War for me feels like you're fighting yourself. Like you're fighting your thoughts, the patterns you have. You're fighting the habits and the routines that you've created within yourself and those that are immediately around you, right? So close family, close friends, close situations around you. That's the war because you're like, I'm over it. And this is all triggered by that 20th energy because you're in this reset. So when the great reset happens, that's the 20th, 6 days later, everybody is now fighting on, I no longer will succumb to those norms and those regulations. They do not fit my reality. I do not like them. I only want 3 of these. This is interesting. It fell sideways. Um, I'm going to leave it like that because it's actively fighting. And I told you I felt this energy on the 12th for you. Then we have the 6 of Waters. 6 of Waters are people and situations of the past. It might be these sorry. It might be these GD people from the past. The ones that don't want to take accountability. Trying to make you carry their burdens. That kind of energy. And then we have Oshala. And it's interesting because do you see there's like 2 gods? There's one in heaven and one on earth. One second. All right. I just have to mention the fact that when I saw that, I'm like, oh, it's Obatala, but it says Oshala, and it's actually supposed to be with an XA. Anyways, these cards are a little bit weird. There's a lot of typos in it. But that's interesting because that's a representation of the Almighty God, right? We have the 5 of Earth and it came out sideways because I feel that before the Mercury retrograde starts, you're already arguing, fighting, and having conflict or feeling restrictions or feeling like backlash from people of the past. It can be mindsets, but legit, this feels like people, Taurus. And with Oshala, the interesting thing is like, you see how I told you there was like 2 of them, one on earth and one in the skies. The one in the skies, I would say, would be a representation of your higher self, where it's the one that finished the game already, right? You are somewhere in the game that your higher self that finished the game is playing with, like the avatar that they're playing with. The nice thing I'm seeing here is that as above, so below for you. That your mind is really clear about who these people are, what they are, blah, blah, blah. Now, there was a part of me that wanted to turn this way because usually when a card comes sideways for me, I turn it to the right like a clock, and that would tell me where it's moving to. Okay. And if I moved it that way, it would move to the 5 of Earth upside down. So it feels like to me, oh, just interestingly, Five of Earth is the Five of Pentacles, not the Five of Wands. And I was thinking Five of Wands for this. This is so weird. Like there's so much confusion that is happening here. So like something that you haven't 100% let go of, right? That you're still fighting about. Should I stay? Should I go? Should I stay? Should I go? Am I responsible? Am I not responsible? Do I have to do something? Do I not have to do something? And that goes back to the accountability. Should I take on this burden? Should I not? Is this my responsibility? Is that not? Blah, blah, blah. You know, it's turning by the end of this retrograde. I know it's going to go to the Five of Earth in reverse, which would mean like, I'm not taking this on. I'm not going to stay broke. I'm not going to be exploited. I'm not going to continue this. No, with these people in the past because you and you, like you little person, you big person, are very much connected. You are seeing things clearly. And they are trying to pack on whoever this person, place, thing, energy, or whatever is trying to pack on all their responsibilities. And it's a person or a thing that is pretending to be something it's not. And in this case, I feel like a victim. I have so much I have to do. It's so much burden. I'm so heavy, blah, blah, blah. Cry, cry, cry. I can't. Can you help me? Can you help me? It feels like that. They're not as impotent as they pretend to be. They have the ability to do stuff. They just don't want to. And you used to do it before, so how dare you stop doing that? Mm. I told people, and I keep telling people, that 2026 is, well, the theme, because my guides always give me a theme every year. And this year is La pena es el amigo del jódete. In other words, um, pity is the bedfellow of go F yourself. Because you always get effed over whenever you have pity for a person and you do something that you know you shouldn't. Keep that in mind. Even though I think you know, and you're going to be like, yeah, no. And they might pull on your heartstrings a little bit, but yeah, no. Tell me what else we need to tell Taurus for February. Ooh, we have the Hierophant. You're entering something new with the Sun card. That's going to make you super happy. It might be a new job, a new organization, a new group. That's going to be, you're literally going to feel amazing about. You're going to set yourself free. The Eight of Swords in reverse. They actually are going to set you free. So it's like whatever new job this is, whatever new group you're going to, whatever you're going to, is setting you there. That connection that you made with them gets you freed from something. You finished something in the other place that you were at, the one that you're running away from. And I think that they're going to be sending you a lot of messages and you're going to be like, psh, psh, swipe right. Because there's a lot of opportunities coming in front of you and you don't have a need to be there. And they're not going to be able to confuse you anymore. I feel like whoever this is, if it's a person, a group, or whatever, they have this mindset that if they seem pitiful enough, right? They'll be able to use that victim card for you to feel guilt. And then you fall back into line. And right here, I feel like you're not having it. Yeah, look, Four of Pentacles. It's kind of like, I see what you are. You're the energy of death, the energy of having to go through BS and all this positive stuff that's entering my life that once is going to be leaving out the door if I connect to you. And you're going to be like, no, thank you. And I feel like you might be blocking this person, place, thing, and energy. It's kind of like, no, I'm not going to accept your calls. I'm not going to connect to you in any way. I'm not interested. Just swipe right. Oh my God, my ear just went deaf. I definitely think that's true because my ear started ringing and it went deaf. Now, the last thing I'm going to look into is an affirmation, and then in the back it has like a little, you can do this for like journaling and stuff. I'm actually liking these a lot. So I hope you enjoy the message that comes out for you. What can we tell them for February? Taurus for February. Look at that. I saw an eye before and I was like, oh, I like that eye one for you, but okay. It says, the world is a peaceful, loving place, and I'm part of the reason why. I'm telling you, you're not going to let somebody F around with your patience here. You're like, if it means I have to ghost you, watch me. Look at that. Because you can see through their illusions. Is what I'm feeling very strongly. In the back, it says, how do I deal with unexpected in a positive way? I mean, ghost them. That's what I would say, but no. What can I do? I mean, what can I tell myself to remain calm? I think this is going to be really important for you because I feel like something from the past is going to come and F around, and you're going to have to be, that a-hole. But I'd rather be that a-hole for somebody else than feel like an a-hole, right? Like, feel like everybody's like screwing me over. And sometimes that's what boundaries are all about. To be able to say, you know what, I'm sorry that you think it's my responsibility to feel sorry for the things that you have created in your life that suck. But like how you created it, you can fix it. Deuce. Kind of like that. I know it sounds like assholey, but for real. Anyways, thank you for everybody that leaves me a like, everybody that subscribes to the channel, and everybody that leaves comments. I really enjoy pen paling with you guys and writing back. You you guys have been a blessing, so thank you for that, and I hope to see you again next month.